Hi, this is Chris Rogers from Tufts University, and I just wanted to share a few things that we've been doing with MyRIO that have been kind of fun. So the first is predominantly in my robotics classes where I've been using it. The first one was a couple of years ago, where the main goal, the final project, was to feed the provost lunch. That is, the robots had to take the provost's order, had to cook the meal, had to serve it to him, had to clean up afterwards, and then at the very end, Baxter would actually give him the bill and the dinner mint. And if you look carefully, you can see there's a bunch of different robots with a gantry system in the middle that actually move the food back and forth. Everything from cooking fries automatically to grilled cheese sandwiches to salads to spices was somewhere in that room. And on the bottom picture on the bottom, you can see the entire class along with the provost. We decided to provide him with some waterproof clothing in case things went awry. Last year we did it again, only this time it was Harry Potter, and this time we invited the dean. And again, we were using now a combination of MyRIOs and RoboRIOs. You can see Quidditch in the upper right-hand corner, the dean killing the Dementor in the lower left, and then the lower right was two women who had built the cauldron. The cauldron actually had a scale inside, so as the dean put in different materials, a different side of the cauldron would open up and a different potion would have been made. The thing we're playing with this summer, and we will roll out in the next class, is what we're calling the Rioscope. So the idea of actually using the breakout board and having a oscilloscope built into it so that kids can do a lot of immediate debugging to try and figure out what's going on in the signals. This becomes very useful too when you're talking about RS-232 communications or SPI or I2C. They can actually see it on the scope. If you run it slow enough, the scope peaks at 200 kilohertz. The other thing that we're going to be playing with is to try and come up with alternate solutions for installation issues, because that's one of the things we've really run into. So we're going to be seeing if you can actually use the fact that the MyRIO is on the wireless network to have LabVIEW actually be running somewhere in the cloud, so that the student actually doesn't have to install LabVIEW on their machine, but instead they go into the cloud, run a program, it talks over TCP, over the Wi-Fi, so as long as you know the IP address of the RIO, you can program it even from computers that might be in Texas. At the same time, we want to incorporate this in maybe a virtual workspace so that they can share their workspace with their partners and virtually collaborate as well. So that's where we're planning on going in the future. Thanks for listening.